The following training is sponsored by the Niagara Library System. We serve our member libraries in Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee counties. You can always visit our main web page listed here at niagara.org, or certainly visit your local library homepage and use your library card to get access to streaming videos, downloadable music, audiobooks, ebooks, and even more from the comfort of your own home. Thank you. Hello, hello. Another eye-catching headline on the privacy issues here that are going on. Google data shines light on whether coronavirus lockdowns worldwide are working. And I took this from the Financial Post website. And Dave Paresh, working with Reuters, reports on the Financial Post website. Alphabet Inc.'s Google has published charts showing how the coronavirus has brought hard-hit Italy to a standstill, led to runs on grocery stores around the world, and prompted a stark drop in going out between Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day. The analysis of location data from billions of Google users' phones is the largest public data set available to help health authorities assess if people are abiding with the shelter-in-place and similar orders issued across the world to rein in the virus. The company released reports for 131 countries with charts that compare traffic from February 16th to March 29th to retail and recreational venues, train and bus stations, grocery stores, and workplaces with a 5-week period earlier this year. Google said it published the reports to avoid any confusion about what it was providing authority, given the global debate that has emerged about balancing privacy, invasive location tracking with the need to prevent further outbreak. The data also underscores some challenges authorities have faced in keeping people apart. Grocery store visits surged in Singapore, the United Kingdom, and elsewhere as travel restrictions were set to go in place. Visits to parks spiked in March in some San Francisco Bay Area counties under lockdown in California, forcing them to later put the sites off limit. Data in Google's reports come from users who enabled Google's location history feature on their devices. The company says it adopted technical measures to ensure that no individual could be identified through the new reports. These policies have been developed to be helpful while adhering to our stringent privacy protocols and policies. Dr. Karen DeSalvo, Chief Health Officer for Google Health, and Jen Fitzpatrick, Senior Vice President for Google Geo, wrote in a blog post. What becomes important to me is how Google anonymizes this data. From Google policies, straight from the website there. Anonymization is a data processing technique that removes or modifies personally identifiable information. It results in anonymized data that cannot be associated with any one individual. It's also a critical component to Google's commitment to privacy. By analyzing anonymized data, we are able to build safe and valuable product features, and they go into things like auto-completion, detecting security threats. We can also safely share anonymized data externally, making it useful for others without putting the privacy of our users at risk. We use generalization to remove a portion of the data or replace some part of it with a common value. For example, we may use generalization to replace segments of all area codes or phone numbers with the same sequence of numbers. Generalization allows us to achieve K-anonymity, an industry standard term used to describe a technique for hiding the identity of individuals in a group of similar persons. So, for example, imagine that a certain data set where K equals 50 and the property is the zip code. If we look for any one person within the data set, we will always find 49 others with the same zip code. Therefore, we would not be able to identify any one person from just their zip code. We may also leverage L diversity, another industry standard term used to describe some level of diversity in the sensitive values. For example, imagine a group of people search for the same sensitive health topic all at the same time. If we look at this data set, we wouldn't be able to tell who searched for the topic thanks to K anonymity. However, there may still be privacy concerns. L diversity means the anonymized data set would not only contain the, for example, flu searches, rather it could include other searches alongside the flu searches to further protect privacy. Differential privacy, also an industry standard term, describes a technique for adding mathematical noise to the data. Differential privacy is the same as used by the U.S. Census Bureau to protect individual answers to the census. That's all very good. Going back to the Reuters article, China, Singapore, and South Korea and other countries have asked residents to use apps and other technology to track their compliance with quarantines, but privacy activists argue such measures can compromise individual liberties. Infectious disease specialists have said that analyzing travel data across groups by age, income, and other demographics could help shape public service announcement. Google, which infers demographics from users' internet use as well as some data given when signing up to Google services, said it was not reporting demographic information. The company said, though, it was open to including additional information and countries in follow-up reports. Google said consultations with officials in the U.S. and World Health Organization helped inform the data shared. The company declined to comment on whether it has received any legal requests to share more detailed data to help with efforts to tackle the pandemic. Facebook Incorporated, which, like Google, has billions of users, has shared location data with non-governmental researchers that are producing similar reports for authorities in several countries. But the social media giant has not published any finding. At the very least, Google is telling us what they share.